you understand your mind, nothing controls you. Buddhist wisdom. There's a simple test you can do right now. Think about the last time you promised yourself you wouldn't get angry at something. Maybe traffic, maybe a comment from someone. And then you got angry anyway. You knew better. You didn't want to react that way. But you did it anyway. What happened there? The Buddha opened the Dhammapada with these words. Mind comes first. When your mind is clouded, everything looks wrong. Not because the world changed, but because your mind changed. When your mind is clear, even difficult things become workable. We spend years blaming what's out there, never looking at what's in here. So if mind leads everything, what's leading your mind? Watch what happens. You're sitting peacefully. Then a thought. I should check my phone. Suddenly you're restless. The peace you had a second ago isn't enough. Where did that come from? Someone cuts you off in traffic. Before you even think about it, heat rises in your body. Your jaw tightens. A car changed lanes. That's all that happened. But your body is flooded with tension, and your mind is making up stories about how wrong they are. Or it rains on your outdoor plans. Rain is just water falling. But you feel this resistance, this it shouldn't be raining. Reality is doing what reality does, but you're fighting it. Notice the pattern. There's always this voice saying, not enough, need more, should be different. Every time something doesn't match what you expected, there's this automatic no. You spend your days resisting what is. And here's what makes all of this invisible. You don't know it's happening. You think, this is just me reacting normally. You believe you're choosing these reactions, but are you? Watch closely next time you want something. Did you actually decide to want it? Or did the wanting just show up, and then you called it mine? Here's what's actually going on. Something happens. Someone says something. You see something. A thought appears. Right then, before you're even aware of it, a feeling shows up. Pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral. You don't pick this feeling. It just comes. Then, in this tiny gap you've never noticed, wanting grabs at pleasant things, resisting pushes away unpleasant things, and not knowing makes you think, I'm the one doing this. Suddenly you're angry or anxious or trying to hold on to something, and you think you chose to feel this way. But look closer. You didn't choose any of it. It all happened automatically, like a machine running on its own. Someone says something. A feeling comes up. Wanting or resisting kicks in. Not knowing covers it all. You react. You suffer. This is what the Buddha meant. With an impure mind, a mind you don't understand, a mind running on automatic. Suffering follows like the wheel follows the ox. It happens so fast you don't see it. You just feel the result and think, this is my life. But why can't you see it happening? Those forces are running right now. Wanting, resisting, not knowing you're doing either one. So why are they invisible? The Buddha called this avijja, ignorance. Not the kind where you don't know Buddhist teachings, the kind where you don't know you're dreaming while you're inside the dream. It's not about lacking information. It's about not seeing what's happening right in front of you, inside your own experience. What are we not seeing? Look at this moment. Everything is changing. Your breath, the sensations in your body, thoughts appearing and disappearing. The Buddha called this anicca, impermanence. But we live like things are permanent. Then we're shocked when they change. We build our entire lives on the assumption that things will stay, that people won't leave, that feelings won't fade. And when they do, because they must, we suffer. The Buddha called this dukkha. Under all of this is the deepest thing we don't see. There's no solid, unchanging you anywhere in this process. The Buddha called this anatta, not self. Look directly. Where is this solid self? There are thoughts coming and going, sensations changing, emotions appearing and disappearing. Where's the unchanging you in all this movement? You can't find it because it was never there. What you call me is just a stream of experiences, changing moment by moment, mistaken for something solid. This doesn't mean nothing exists. It means what we call me is a living process, not a fixed thing. This ignorance sets off a chain reaction. This whole chain is what the Buddha called paticcasamuppada, dependent origination. One thing depends on another, which depends on another, creating the whole machinery of suffering. In simple psychological terms, you can see it like this. Because you don't see impermanence and not self, you react to experience with wanting and resisting. These reactions, repeated thousands of times, create what the Buddha called sankhara, formations like grooves in your mind. Think of water flowing over rock. First time, no trace. But after thousands of years, deep grooves form. Now the water has no choice. It just follows the old grooves. Your mind works the same way. First time you reacted with fear to something, it was just a response. But you've done it thousands of times since. Each time deepened the groove. Now when similar things happen, the old reaction runs automatically, before you're even aware. This is why you keep reacting the same way to the same things. The grooves are so deep the reaction runs before awareness catches it. Someone vaguely reminds you of someone who hurt you years ago. Instantly, your body tenses before you even recognize what's happening. This is sankhara, the old groove still running the show. You don't see the groove. You just feel the automatic reaction and think, this is just who I am. But it's not who you are. It's just a pattern that's been repeated so many times it feels like identity. But it gets deeper. These grooves don't just create reactions. They shape how you see everything. They condition what the Buddha called vijnana, consciousness. Consciousness isn't separate from what it sees. It's been shaped by all those grooves, colored by all those patterns. Two people look at the same rainy day. One sees gloom, feels trapped. Another sees freshness, feels alive. Same rain, different experience. Why? Different grooves, different consciousness. You're not seeing reality as it is. You're seeing it through grooves carved by thousands of past moments. Here's the full chain as it operates in your own mind. Ignorance, not seeing impermanence and not self, creates grooves in how you respond. These grooves shape your consciousness. That conditioned consciousness then creates wanting, resisting, and not knowing. Those create more reactions, which deepen the grooves, which condition consciousness more. It's a loop that feeds itself, a machine that builds and runs itself. This is dependent origination, not punishment, not because you're broken, just how an unexamined mind naturally operates. Right now, this machine is running. Not seeing is active. Grooves are directing where your attention goes, and you think you're choosing freely, seeing clearly. The best prison is the one you don't know you're in. But the Buddha found something. This machine only works in the dark. The moment you bring clear awareness to any part of it, something shifts. Not because you force it, because seeing itself changes things. Like mistaking a rope for a snake in dim light. Turn on the light, and the fear disappears instantly. Not because you became brave, but because you saw what was actually there. When you start seeing this machine clearly, the not seeing, the grooves, the conditioning, it loses power over you, not overnight, but really progressively as you keep seeing more clearly. The question is, how do you see something that's been invisible your whole life? The Satipatthana Sutta says, Ekayano ayam mago. This is the direct path, 4 ways to see clearly. You don't need to become someone else. Just see what's already happening. Start with your breath. Don't control it. Just know it. Breathing in, you know you're breathing in. Breathing out, you know you're breathing out. Maybe for the first time in years, you're directly aware of this moment. And something appears. Space. A gap between what happens and how you usually react. This gap is everything. The machine runs in that gap where you're not aware. But here, you are aware. The automatic chain has nowhere to start. You can do this with everything. Walking, you know you're walking, and you start noticing. Your body isn't actually solid. It's just sensations. Pressure here, warmth there, tingling, pulsing, all changing constantly. There's only movement, only change. Then the crucial part, observing feelings. Pleasant feeling shows up, pleasant feeling. Not, this is good, I want more. Just pleasant feeling is here. Unpleasant feeling shows up, unpleasant feeling. Not, this is bad, make it stop. Just unpleasant feeling is here. You're sitting, your leg hurts. The old pattern says, I can't stand this, and you immediately move. But with practice, you pause right there. There's pain. But before I have to move, there's a choice. You can just know, pain is here. The pain doesn't disappear, but the suffering around it, all that I can't stand this, all that fighting, that quiets down. You can be with unpleasant feeling without making it worse. The automatic chain breaks. This is the key link. If you can be with pleasant without grabbing, unpleasant without pushing away, you're not being jerked around by whether things feel good or bad anymore. This is where the machine loses its grip. Not because you've eliminated pleasant and unpleasant, they're part of being alive, but because you're no longer their puppet. Then you watch your mind itself. When your mind wants something, you know mind is wanting, not I want. When your mind resists something, you know mind is resisting, not I resist. This small difference changes everything. It's the difference between being the anger and seeing the anger. Someone criticizes you. Anger comes up. With practice, instead of becoming the anger, you see it. Anger is here right now. You're not taken over anymore. And when you just see anger without grabbing it or pushing it away, it changes on its own. Because anger doesn't last. Nothing does. When you're not feeding it with stories about how right you are or how wrong they are, it just passes through like weather. Last, you observe the patterns themselves, the 5 hindrances: wanting, resisting, sleepiness, restlessness, doubt. You learn to know when they're here, when they're not. When any of these is strong, you can't see clearly. It's like trying to see your reflection in choppy water. But when you know restlessness is here, or doubt is here, you're not caught in it. You're seeing it. And what you can see, you're no longer controlled by. The machine starts breaking down, not because you destroyed it, because you brought light to it. Like knowing you're dreaming while still in the dream. The dream keeps going, but you're not lost in it anymore. Pleasant and unpleasant still show up. Thoughts still come and go. But your relationship to all of it completely changes. You're not controlled by it. You're seeing it clearly. And in that seeing, freedom starts to grow. Real freedom is the space between what happens and how you respond. Before practice, someone criticizes you. Instantly, you're defending yourself. After practice, space appears. You feel the criticism land. You notice the unpleasant feeling. You see the urge to defend, and you can pause. That's what this space gives you. Not perfection, just choice. Keep practicing, and your mind itself starts changing. The Buddha said mind is naturally clear, pabasara, but it gets covered up. Wanting, resisting, not knowing aren't the deep nature of mind. They're visitors. When you stop identifying with them, they thin out. In those gaps, you experience what mind is like when it's not covered, clear, light, open. The deepest change is what the Buddha called living, not depending on anything, not clinging to anything. The Dhammapada says, Atta hi atano natho. You yourself are your own refuge. Not clinging means you stop trying to possess your experiences. Your body still feels pleasure and pain, but you're not desperately grabbing at pleasure or fighting pain, like holding your hands cupped while water flows through. The Buddha talked about 8 worldly conditions: gain and loss, fame and obscurity, praise and blame, pleasure and pain. Most people spend their whole lives getting pushed around by these. When you understand your mind, your relationship to these changes, you get a promotion and you appreciate it, but you're not inflated by it. You lose your job and it's hard, but you're not destroyed. Someone praises you and you can receive it without getting arrogant. Someone criticizes you and you can hear it without collapsing. The 8 winds keep blowing, but you're steady. This is what nothing controls you means. Not that you're all powerful, but you're not getting jerked around by circumstances you can't control. And this freedom isn't all or nothing. Every moment you see clearly is a moment of freedom. Practice is simple. Every morning, sit for a few minutes. Feel yourself breathing. During the day, when you notice yourself getting pulled, pause, take one breath, see what's actually here. Before sleep, ask yourself, where was I free today? Where was I controlled? Watch for signs. Are you catching yourself faster, recovering quicker, more quiet moments appearing in your day? Over time, something shifts. You're still you. Problems still show up, but you're not fighting reality anymore. This is what the Buddha was pointing to. What becomes possible when you understand your mind through seeing directly, through practicing these 4 ways of clear seeing. You've seen how the machine works. You've learned to see it through practice. And when you see it, the chain breaks, because it only worked in the dark. You're not perfect, but you're free from being pushed around by forces you can't see, free from constant war with reality. This freedom is available now. See what's actually here. Breath moving, body feeling, mind thinking. Nothing solid anywhere, all of it flowing. See this once clearly, and you're never quite the same. Keep seeing it, and you walk from suffering toward freedom, from confusion toward clarity, from being controlled toward being awake. Start now. This breath. Know, I'm breathing in. That's already freedom. That's already understanding mind. That's already the path.